Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. We'll start when the students, have joined, maybe another 5-7 minutes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So can we start?
Yes, ma'am. You can.
Okay. So good afternoon to all of you students. Yesterday, if you remember, we were doing a session on OpenAI, and basically we were trying to understand GPT-3. To revise, I told you that OpenAI is a company which was started as a non-profit organization by Elon Musk and few people, and later on Microsoft has acquired this company and it has become a profit enterprise. And the aim of this company is to provide the benefit of or develop first aim is develop the AI for humanity. And the second important objective is to develop AI for and make it available for everyone to use it. So that is for with this purpose, they came up with a lot of product. And one of the services which became very popular, or maybe it is hyped a lot, was Chat GPT. And I told you about Chat GPT, that how does it work? The Chat GPT-3 function uses input only as a text and give you input. It is not accurate because till 2021 data it can take. So I'm going to give you in this particular session, what we are going to do is I'm going to do a session on first from developer point of view, how you can use Chat GPT and basically develop code or take help in the coding. Okay, there's no, shame or harm in taking help. So, because if you want to be perfect, you need to validate whether you're going wrong or right. So that is where the Chat GPT is helping the developer. Though the Codex platform is also there, because when the company came up with Chat GPT and said that you can, use it for developing codes in Python or anything or Java or HTML, the people had a confusion that when already there was a platform called Codex, why they came up with this. So Codex, as I said, that is based on coding, whereas this is based on simple instruction, which is text-based. Chat GPT-4 is different from Chat GPT-3 in the way that it can take input in both the forms, text as well as image, but the output for both the remain same, which is text. So this is a conclusion. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the demo of certain programs in Chat GPT. So let me share the screen with you. Just give me a few seconds. Just I'm opening and signing in. Just let me sign in. So you all know I will not be, when you want to, okay, I will just show you how it is from the beginning itself, so that the people who have no idea about this should know, because at least the student communities have a lot of idea about this. So that is what I know. So if you can see here, this is the screen. And so if we want to use Chat GPT, so we have to go to OpenAI platform. This is a company which has started this particular services, and you can click on try on web. You can try on your mobile phone also. You can sign in with Google, but at present there is some error, like 402 error is showing, because too many 16 billion users are already there. And as I told you yesterday, that it is still in the testing phase, so they're not allowing. Chat GPT-4 is not yet open for the public. There are limited number of people who could use it. They open it only for a limited number of people. So just give me a few seconds. I'm going to just show you that how does it help. So I'm in the Chat GPT, dashboard, and you can see here it can create anything. It is just giving example that what are the capabilities, what are the limitations, and all those kinds. So let's start from what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to tell you that how. Just give me a few seconds. Okay. If I just give you. Okay, the screen is getting close. There's an internet. Let me just switch the network and see. Hopefully. Okay. So now, students, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take you through these ChatGPT platform, and also we will see in this particular first part of the session. The first part of the session is, where I'm going to tell you the very productive use of ChatGPT for developer, and next part of the session is I'm going to teach you some no-code AI platform. So in this particular session, the first part, you will see how you can automate your code solution using ChatGPT. So OpenAI platform, as I said, Codex is available, DALL-E is available, Playground is available, which is very popular among the developer. But ChatGPT is little simple. It is more versatile, and you can hold conversation, you can write blogs, you can make websites, you can generate content for articles, you can manage code, you can fix error. And all of this is done for free. So you can think ChatGPT of AI model, which can keep based on prompt. So I will be showing you, taking you through that. It's just trying to log in. So it uses a deep learning, subdomain of AI to understand what you say. Yesterday, I made you understand with the help of zero-shot learning, one-shot learning, and few-shot learning, that how does it uses NLP, the language modeling, to generate NLG, language, natural language generations. So a lot of people actually say that we use ChatGPT, say that if ChatGPT uses language model to train AI model, then why OpenAI developed it when they already have Codex, which I just now told you? So here Codex is using directly a code, but it is not. This is just simple English, just like you don't have any language of knowledge of coding, but still you can do. So Codex can understand only code, and there are certain limitations of ChatGPT because it cannot give you information after 2021. Short text, it works very well. Long text, it doesn't work very well. So a lot of things are there. It can be sometimes very harmful, and it can create a biased content. It can provide incorrect information also sometimes. So so this is something. Now I'm going to focus on general questions. How as a student it can help you? For example, if you want to write a letter, application, job cover letter. Okay. So how do you go ahead with that? Okay. So let us see that. It's open now. I'll just share the screen. Just give me a few seconds. On back to the other screen. Can you all see the screen? Students, can anybody tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
So now what we're going to do is, so you can see this is I have logged in with the Gmail ID. Now, if you try, maybe it may give a problem because it's not, accepting further application for free use. So when we look into this, you can see here, this is a prompt box, a simple English text it will take and understand. and give you the result. Okay. So for student, it is very essential that you should know how to write properly a letter. Sometimes you may have a lot of subjects like communicative English or maybe business English or all those kind, but still we are very confused when it comes to write a professional letter. So if you go ahead for a student and write a job cover letter, for the post of for the suppose. So it start giving you the format. See, in Google also you get the same thing, but only thing is it will give you some sites where there will be some sample letter. You go to the sample letter and you do. So it is this, if you can see this properly, you will see that say it's generating. It gives you idea. Not only it basically tell you, but it explain you also that how you can write a very effective letter. So if you can see here, it is giving you the format of the letter, how you should be writing. It is giving you the entire format, entire content, and also it is telling you that what are the key, how do you highlight in your cover letter about yourself, so that most of the time people only read the cover letter. Like we say, no, we judge the book from the cover. So the cover letter basically impress them, or they don't, they get a different idea because you've not written it more effectively. So this is how you can use it. The second very important thing is about, for example, like limitation. If I say I want to find out that the best book for Python. So when I put that, it gives me all information about all the book. But as you say that, it is already giving you a kind of a disclaimer, which says, as of my last update in September 2021, this is a limitation. Till September 2021, whatever books were available in the market by famous authors, it is giving you the list of that. So this is a limitation of that. Now, let's ask, how do I know I have, let's say, like I will just write one more. Now I will go to the Python thing. So I will ask as a developer, how it can help you. So I'm just asking a question. How do I know that I have committed my code into GitHub, into Git repository? I hope all of you know about Git repository, GitHub. If you don't, please learn about it. So even if my spelling is wrong, it may take care of that. That is what is NLP all about. You write wrong spelling, wrong pronunciation, I'm saying wrong, grammar. If there's a grammatical error, it will still do that. So I'm just going to write that. And if you can see that what is it generating. So what happens, it is giving me an explanation that how I can check whether my status in the Git. So it is giving me a demo of that also. So you can see that it has provided an answer using a log, right? How it comes, like in Git status. This is something which is most developers do all the time. And ChatGPT give you answer how to do it. So you can see there is an explanation also which is given with an example. So the status. So Git status will tell you Git commit, your commit message here. So all these explanation it gives you perfectly. Okay. So this is how the developer basically use. So let me say if I want to ask, there are certain other limitation also. For example, if I want to do something like contract, make a contract. So let me ask to create a contract for video release. Just let me say, according to Indian laws. Okay. I've written some question here that I don't forget. So here you can see now. So what happens? It will not create a contract. It will see if you see here, I can also only provide you with the basic template of the contract. It will not make the contract, but it will tell you, because it's saying that I'm not a lawyer. So it will tell you how you can go about it. What are the things which you should have, which should you specify. So this should be the content of the, your contract, and how you can draft a contract specifically tailored to a certain. So, but it is just giving you an overview of what a contract should contain. You can also use ChatGPT for preparing your interview. So let's ask, help me with Python interview. Let's say you're going to a company. You can write the name of the company also. Sometime it will pick up from those who have put up some kind of a review about their interview. So if that is available on the net, it will pick up from there. So it's going to give you some tip. It is going to tell you that what you should be prepared of, what kinds of questions can be asked, the technical questions. You should know all these things. So it gives all possible interview questions to you. You can see here. Okay. And also, if you can see here what it is saying, this is the best part of it. After giving you all possible kind of questions in Python, what they can ask you in the technical interview, it is also asking you that during the interview, how you should be. So listen carefully to the question, ask clarification, only ask, take your time to think about the problem, explain, write clean if you have to write the structure, test your code with simple input. And then it's saying lastly, practice coding exercise on platform like LeetCode, HackerRank, or CodeSignal. So all these are the help which it can give you. So it can help you with list of most popular question asked using the Python in the Python interview. And it also gives you a pointer on how to approach the interview, right? Based on the past feedback from the other people who are the applicant. So a student can also use ChatGPT to revise your knowledge. You can go it and find out different kinds of programs. Like for example, if I am asking, I've written some questions here so that I don't forget when I'm teaching you. So how can I write program for Fibonacci series? Okay. So it will give me a code. So this you can see now, ChatGPT will not only give you the code, but explain you how to use this code. See here. So it is giving me the code, full code, and it is also explaining me about this code. So this tool is helpful when you are reviewing your knowledge. So moving on to Python, we will see one few more example here. Okay. Now, suppose you want to review your knowledge. Suppose you want to use the ChatGPT to write some Python code where you have got stuck and you have already written, but you want to check. Like for example, how to scrape first 50 results from Amazon for search term smartphone. So you want to write a code for that. Okay. I'm going to put that question and I will ask ChatGPT. So it's going to develop. So it's a web scraping. You all know what is web scraping. So web scraping will take certain. So you can see the code, Python code. And here also you can see how it is giving you step-by-step instruction. So the instruction is now that a lot of data analysts do on regular basis. What they do is they collect the data, and the ChatGPT is also importing data. If you can see that, it is importing data from Beautiful Soup. You can see here, it is written over here. So this is and it is also requesting library. So it is importing from Beautiful Soup. It is requesting the library. It is also installing certain library into your code. It is storing all the results. See, this is installing various libraries. And then it is storing all the results so all your results are stored in the product list. And looping through it product list to store all the data. So you can see that it has mentioned the class name here. You can see here. So this is the product storing. And so here, what is happening is if you are writing a program, I'm not saying use ChatGPT to develop your code. I'm not giving a wrong message to you. What I'm saying, it helps you. When you are a beginner, you're a developer, you may go wrong. Every time you don't get help from outside. So what you can do is take a help from ChatGPT, first write the code and check. And if you're going wrong or you are getting, I mean, there's nothing wrong. All the professionals, I have few friends who are working in companies, they say they are also using ChatGPT most of the time. So we can use ChatGPT for regular coding tasks also. Not necessary you have to go for a thing. For example, you can write a Python code for, suppose if I want to write, I will just take one more example here. So write a Python code for generating OTP, one-time password. So you can see now, this is the code and it is giving the explanation. So these are the type of the code developer run in once. So you don't need to go to Google and search for the solution. You can just ask ChatGPT to provide the code. For this, you will see that Python will import certain libraries and will give you code. Explanation of that code also is given, that how, so that you understand. Similarly, you can write a program for Google, code for developing the or blurring an image. So like this, how you can do. Similarly, not only in Python, you can also develop codes in HTML and CSS. So let's take some example of ChatGPT to make website template using HTML and CSS using page theme. So thank you. So now we can see that we are using HTML and CSS code. So we want to make a website template using HTML and CSS. And I said I want a base theme template. So the entire, so it is giving explanation and this is the code. So header, body and everything, you can see that it's creating. You just have to copy this into your editor and it start working. So again, my intention is not to ask you to copy or stop learning. My intention is to improve yourself, become a better developer and coder using this help. Okay? Where you are going wrong, you can just check it. So you can see here, it is giving you all explanation. You start with HTML code, then it has gone to CSS code. You can see here. So this is an HTML code. This is a CSS code. And theme website, it is also very, so all these kinds of things are there, which helps you. Even if you want a JavaScript also, you can write a JavaScript to verify user information. You can do a lot of things. So you just have to write the code which you want to do and it is going to help you further with that. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that students, you can take help, different kinds of help. Let me tell you that when we are talking about these tools, there is nothing unethical about using this tool. If we are using this, technology doesn't make difference in our life. It is how we use technology make difference in our life. So it's very important that you use technology, in this case, ChatGPT or any of the AI tool, for further enhancing your capability. Not for cheating anything, because as you know that, for example, if we are writing a case study or article using ChatGPT, it will generate the original content, which will be plagiarism free. But it is totally unethical because they don't give you references, they don't give credit of anybody else work on this particular platform. So what happens is that if this is so easy, then everybody start and then your creative skills gone. But what happens, Tarantin, which is a best software, has now added this feature where it says that human written text or AI generated text. And if you're writing with ChatGPT, they clearly understand. And that's how with the ChatGPT in foreign universities, they use Tarantin. If you upload any project which should have 25% of, limitation on similarity index, and rest of the thing should be original. So if you're writing using ChatGPT and thinking that, fine, I am doing this, and even if you're trying to publish a paper, it will get rejected because Parentin will immediately catch that it is an AI written text. As a developer, it just help you in enhancing, improving you. And sometimes you are stuck, it helps you. That's what is the purpose and the objective of this open AI company, to help humanity to do their work productively. Today, if we look outside, you go and search net, you may find that there are a lot of things which are happening. Like one more example I may give you, that in Word and Excel also you can use ChatGPT, integrate ChatGPT. That's the reason why Microsoft has bought this, paid $1 billion to buy this company. Because their star product, MS Office, they want to make it more powerful. More powerful in the term now. What happens? I'll just show you one example. I don't have the latest version of the Word, but I will try if I can show you something. So I'll open a new document and let me see if it is working or not. So I'll just show you one example of how you can integrate ChatGPT into your Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and within few seconds and few minutes, you can have a wonderful presentation made. You can have good content, developed. So let me see. So now, so I don't know whether it's going to work because it's the old version. It works with 2019 version onwards, according to me. So you can go here on insert and you can go to add-ins and you can get my add-ins. On the store, you can search for GPT. Now you get all these. No, I'll just write. I didn't write it properly. So write Chat GPT. So these are ghostwriters, autopilot. All these are there. So let me check. So you just have to click on add, and it get added over there. I don't think it's going to work in this because the reason being, this is the old version and it is in Mac. So I don't think it worked in the Mac. But anyway, you can just go to insert, you can go to add in, you can add these kinds of things. I'll just try one more time. Now, what happens when you add all these kinds of stuffs? It will basically, so there is something called spell, but that's not coming up here. It's not adding actually. But else, what you can do is when you add, it will appear here and it will appear on the left-hand panel. And when you see that, what you can do is you can just go to that prompt and you can write, any article. For example, you're writing an article on monetary policy, and you just go and write monetary policy of India and the impact on bank, and it will generate the content for you. Or you have written any content, you can put that into that particular add-in of ChatGPT in the Word or maybe anywhere, and you can get a particular check that it will generate the original content. It will give you suggestion that how you can improve on this particular article. Similarly, in Excel also, you can integrate. In Google Sheet, it is available, but Google Sheet, when you go and you type certain data, and it will pre-train from that data and one more data. Like, for example, you write the population of certain country, and then you write one country and you leave it blank. And you write GPT-3 or GPT in the bracket, you copy all the cells where the population, the entire table where the country name and the population is given. The cell range, if you copy and you click enter, What it will do is it will train the AI model to understand that you want an output, which is the population of that country. So it search the net and get you that. So these kinds of things. Now people are becoming, I have got some people who came to me once in our office and said that, ma'am, I'm a Microsoft Office specialist with GPT-3 skill. Then I was really, people come normally for training purpose and all. And they always say that I'm this specialist, I'm, AI specialist, or I'm this specialist. But this person said, I am Microsoft Office specialist, but with GPT-3 skills. Then I was thinking, okay, fine, I understand Microsoft certified professionals, but GPT-3, then I asked him, what is this GPT-3? How it is related to this? He said, ma'am, this is how it is. And then started researching and learning on this platform. So this becomes so important. Some of my engineering or MBA students altogether, and even the IIM Bangalore students, once I was interacting with them once in one of the thing, and one of the students said, ma'am, there's so much of competition even for us also to get a very good job. So one of the interviewer, where a lot of people were there, his colleagues who had better grades and all, he said just one word I said and I got the job, and that was that I can give you something which these people can't give. And the person said what? He said that I can develop. He was not an engineering student, but he said that being a non-engineering student, I can develop code for you. Being a non-engineering student, I can, I have the skill. I'm an expert in GPT-3. And the company was really impressed, and they asked him how, tell us this is a situation, how you can use GPT-3. And he got the job. So that's the power of GPT-3. So unethical use or moral in this use and all, that is something for us to think. For learning purpose, it's the best platforms to do. There are a lot of AI platforms which are there, like DID is there, like beautiful AI, Sway AI, so many are there. Bard is also very good from Google. But GPT-3 is little simple and very popular. That's the reason. Utilize it for your own growth, for your own productivity, and improve your skills. Okay, any questions so far? Okay. So today, the next part of the session is about no-code AI. And I'm going to talk about no-code AI, where we're going to learn about how if we don't know the code? You people might have learned coding. You might have learned C++, or maybe HTML, Java, CSS, or you are learning Python. But is it like just now we saw that the ChatGPT is doing the work of a developer. It is developing the code. So it's not very difficult for anybody to develop code. Today, 6-7 standard students in the schools are developing code. Google, Tanmay Bhatt of Google, if you know about him, he's a 8th standard student. He became now he is grown up. But then when he joined IBM, he was an 8th standard student, and he was doing coding and he was one of the best expert available in terms of AI and machine learning. So age, qualification, your degree today means very less to certain progressive company like Google or in India, obviously the education qualification, your certificate have a lot of meaning. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that if you want to learn coding, if you don't know coding, there's no worry. Today is the world of no code AI. No code. For any field, there are a lot of tools, a lot of application available by the companies. And so management students are not learning AI. I teach management students some 1 or 2 classes in a week. And even in the NSCRL cell in IIM Bangalore, last week I was there, and we were looking at certain projects which was proposed by in entrepreneurship cell. And these students said, ma'am, we have idea and we know everything, but we want to develop an app. For that, we need coder. And we need a collaboration with that. And then I told that, and there was one more, friend of mine, Dinesh, Dinesh Kumar, you can find out about him. So he's an expert in AI. I feel he's my guru. He's whatever I've learned from him. So he said, who told that you need to know coding? Who told you need to take a help of a coder? Even the coder can take the help. So if you want to use AI, you don't require to learn coding. So how do we do that? So today we're going to learn on this. I'll show you a demo of that. Students, pay attention, because these are something which is going to give you some competitive advantage over the other. Everybody knows Python, those who are learning. But how different you are. You are different in a way that you also know how to develop AI solution without coding, how to use code and no coding platform. So let's talk about that. So when we are talking about this, just a minute. So before starting, the no code AI platform, when I'm telling, doesn't mean that you should stop. So I have to give disclaimer, because most of the time the students say, no, why should we learn code? Because we were being trained, or we have been, somebody told us that no code AI platform is there. So don't get disheartened by this. Coders are required. Still the requirement is there. There is no company which says that we will use this platform, but this platform has certain limitation which we are going to understand. Just give me a few moments. I'm getting a call. I'll just take that call and start. Yeah, sorry about it. So we are going to talk about no code AI. So students, artificial intelligence, as we know that it is used in every kind of thing. Now we have autonomous vehicles. We use it in sales and marketing, in finance, in HR, operations, and all are built using data, right? Not just any data, but data that bring business acumen of person like you, who knows how to delight customers, how to solve business problem. So what if I tell you that you don't need a data scientist or an engineer to build AI for your business? You can build it with zero coding. And that's the promise of no code AI platform. So I'll teach you in this particular session the no code AI, which is it has 6 easy steps. Okay. And these 6 easy steps are, and there are certain platform, I'll take you to that platform. And these 6 easy steps, using that, we can actually explore the landscape of no code AI, and we can pick up the right tool for our business. Okay, and you can enhance your career also, which I told you what is the way to. So if you have this extra skill, where apart from coding, you also know how to use no-code AI platform and solve certain business problems, because no-code AI platform has certain limitation. So you can do that. So let's get started. Okay. So no-code AI is a set of technology tools that helps business build AI to power all aspects of your business. As the name says, it requires zero coding, no Python, no R, no coding whatsoever. So no-code AI is a technology that is built using an easy-use web or mobile interface, like a spreadsheet or Excel. You can simply enter the data that will train the AI and build out the AI model quickly, which you normally do it with the help of the code. Okay. So when I'm talking about artificial, there are so many applications which we can build using that. It could be a voice assistant. It could be a facial recognition system. So I'll give you some example also. So it can be anything. It can be a app or an application for opening your phone. It can be a predictive maintenance system in the industry. So the possibilities are endless. So no-code AI can be used for a lot of things. It may be used for something like building an AI that can predict whether the airplane part will fail before people board a plane. Okay. So you can replace it with different plane. You can keep your travel schedule intact, companies. You can build an AI to build a target list of sales, to call customers with a kind of potential customer who can buy your products. So how is it possible? It is possible because the no-code AI is just like a hammer, a tool for you to nail your customer problem to the ground. So let us look at a quick example of no-code AI. So I'm going to take this example and give you a demo. So let's take an example of dog and mob. Right. So if you see here, you can easily make out which is a dog, which is a mob. This is a dog, the first picture, and the next picture is a mob. Okay. If you look at the third picture is a dog you can make out, but it has a lot of similarity like a mob. So can you train AI model to differentiate between or categorize a dog as dog and mob as mob? Can you do that? So that is where the tool which we are going to use is called teachable machine with Google. Okay, it's a Google platform, and it's a free platform, and you don't require any coding to do that. I'm going to take you through that. So before that, we will just look into how does it work before I go to the platform and show you that. If you want, you can open that in your laptop or maybe on your mobile phone, the same thing when I'm doing, and you can try out with me. So before we go ahead, we also should know that what is possible with no-code AI and what is not possible. No-code AI is a tool that helps you bring in your business knowledge of your customer into data in the form of image, sound, video, text, number, and it allows you to train your AI model. So let's start with something. I'll take an example here. Let's say there are 4 people, and we start with Isha, who's in accounting, and she has expertise, knowledge in accounting. So we can use her knowledge about the past audit to build an AI to predict which customer may default on customer payable. And then we have a person called Tejuman. He is an engineering department, and she's in the engineering department. She can look at how customer uses your product to get AI to help her build better product in product innovation in terms. Then we will have one more, employee called Sam, and the Sam is in customer support. Sam can build a chatbot using this platform that can answer most commonly or frequently asked questions, right? From his five years experience in the customer service in the company, he can make a list of most commonly asked customer question and answer for that. Then we have the 4th person called Nahan. He's from marketing, and we can use his experience in marketing to know which marketing channel is best for what kind of customers, right? So before you sign up for, any kind of a course or any kind of a no-code AI courses, suppose if you want to do it, if you just pay attention to this particular session and make a note of these sites, it's so simple that you don't have to do any course. You will just simply learn by looking at into it. Okay. So no-code AI can help you build AI solution across all departments using your knowledge of customers. So let's take a minute and find some common application which can be built doing that. What are the day-to-day business operational issues which can be solved using data? So we can think about some kind of a problem with a set of steps, and that steps can be built into the form of code into computer programming. So let's look into the sales forecast. And if you want to figure out what your quarterly sales are from your monthly sales data, that's how we do it. So you want to predict what will be your quarterly sales. Depending on that, you want to set up a target. So you simply add them up, and you run some number again, and you'll get the same result. So this is called prescriptive problem. Prescriptive problems are those problems where you know a certain prescribed step. That means in management of vehicle standard operating procedures. You know that, and those steps are repeated over and over again. You don't have any additional or flexibility in that. You follow those steps and you get the answer. So you can put this entire data into Excel, and because it's a prescriptive problem which has a prescribed solution in the form of steps, you can put certain formula, and you can build your sales forecast for the next year. This is very simple. So you can build your sales forecast on there can be certain other factors also which you can take into consideration. Like the factors can be in the form of in this particular thing, like season, product line change, market change, government policies. So prescriptive problems are those problems where you know a prescribed set of steps to solve those problems. It is repeated in nature, it is not novel. It can be solved with a no-code AI, these kinds of problems. Then, so is there anything no-code AI can do in this? Yes, no-code AI can act. It's not a magic wand, but it can act, it can help you in getting the answer. It can develop an AI algorithm that can take the data and take the prescribed steps and train the model to do what normally you do it as a human expert. Okay. So we all know about supervised learning, unsupervised learning and reinforced learning. You know that supervised learning is basically about how you try to, just a minute, I'll just stop this call. So no-code AI students is available for supervised learning. Means these are the AI algorithms that take data where you know the answer, and if you look at the data with the answer steps, you know the perfect answer, how to solve that particular problem. So AI just make it easy to do it for huge volume of data. If you have better data, it will be better. So instead of doing manually, you can do it with the help of AI tools. So let us look at one example over here, right? Now, let's take this example. Now, you know that there is let's say a business firm which is selling apples. And you have to detect as a quality inspector the good apples from the rotten apples. So what happens if you take a single apple in your hand and you rotate, you look from the human eye, and you can find and easily identify that this is a good apple, and the apple which has spoiled or which has a spoiled skin or smell and all, you can make out which is a good apple, which is a rotten apple. One by one, if there are 10 apples, 20, 50 also, you can do that. It will consume time, but you can do that. So you can spot a rotten apple even in the baskets of apple also. But what if you have a big orchard? In this 10 acres of land, thousands and thousands of apples to be picked up, and then you have to understand that which is a good apple and the right apple, or maybe the right apple on the right apple. And then you put it in the warehouse and ship to the retailer. Because if you ship a single rotten apple to a retailer, the retailer will get pissed off and he will stop doing business with you. So we don't want even a single bad apple to spoil and even we know that even a simple oil bad apple will spoil the entire barrel, entire lot. So we definitely don't want it to increase the cost of a food chain in a wholesale business. So we can use no-code AI to build an AI to spot the bad apple in the farm or in the warehouse, even if the data is huge. Okay. This AI is easy to build using no-code AI. Why? Because we already know how to spot rotten apple from the bad apple from the good apple. So we can make a code, and this is a supervised learning model where we train the model with certain characteristics, good apple and the bad apple. So no-code AI becomes a habit. Okay, so this is what we can do it. So we can collect the data, model. This is the steps which we have to perform in no-code AI. Now let's take some exercise, which I'm going to give you a demo. Just give me a few seconds, I'll drink a water. So we have seen business applications. I was just telling you this example in sales, marketing, engineering, and customer support, warehouse and retail. Now we've also learned how no-code AI is best suited for supervised learning, where you know the answer. So let's do an exercise to take up a business problem and get ready to build a no-code AI. Okay, so if you want, you can take a notebook, students, and you can also think of a business problem which you want to solve. And remember, if the business problem can be solved by a prescribed set of steps, you can use a no-code AI tool. Okay, and also if it is predictive in nature, if the problem is predictive, then also the no-code AI can be helped. Like, for example, recognizing a person face as one of the 7 million faces in the world is a predictive problem. So this is what I've told you already. Okay, so once you have your business problem, follow the first 3 steps. What are the steps? The first step is identify the business problem. Okay, write what is the business problem you want to solve. If you want, you can do this exercise while I'm taking the session. Describe the pain point. Why it is important for you to solve this problem. Who are the people who are impacted? If you have any thought on the solution, include what is the starting point to solve this problem. An example of the business problem is we want to identify which set of the customer to send promotional coupon. You have certain things coming out, let's say sale on shoes. But you have to identify that today we are living in a personalized marketing space. We are not living in a mass marketing where we can one size fit for all doesn't work. So you have to understand who require, who want, and to only those people you can send this promotional coupon. Okay, so you want to identify those customers who can be the part of your campaign, the marketing campaign, to execute this promotional coupon only selective people. So select the right set of people who will impact the revenue. And also because see, you have to, apart from the need, if you have identified, you also have to identify whether the person you will be able to convert that person, the conversion rate, the possibility. So we can start solving this problem by looking at the last year campaign list of customers. And also from there, we can get the factors which is contributing to the successful campaign. Then what is the step 2? Okay, so you identify the customer, as I said, all these things already to you. The step 2 is this a predictive problem or a prescriptive problem? As I said, if you can list the step to solve a problem, it can be solved by a program, then it is a prescriptive problem. So think about whether the program is predictive and require an AI to look at the lot of historical data to understand which set of customers will have higher prosperity or possibility to click on the coupon from the campaign, then you can take that. The step 3 is list all type of data you have related to the program. Because ultimately, the food to the AI doesn't work without a fuel to the AI is data. For example, if you want to make a list of the marketing forecast, past campaign report, so you need to have actual data from the past campaign. And all these more data you have, better as a result. Okay. So let's look into some problem into this particular thing. So we will be using computer vision model and understand a problem. So you have planned out that what business problem you're going to solve and decided that whether it is predictive or prescriptive. As I said, that predictive and prescriptive, you can do it with the help of the no-code AI tools. And you've also known what kind of data is required. So you know the first 3 steps which I told you last time in the last slide. Now we need to move on to the next step of building the AI model, which is step 4. So this is the step 3. Identify the problem, identify whether it is prescriptive or predictive, identify what data do you have. Then the 4th step is collect the data. Okay, collect the data required to train the model. All the AI is trained with the data. The same is true with the new no-code AI. So the first step to solve a problem with AI is to collect the data required to train the AI. This is where you will collect the actual data, collect the variety of data in huge volume from all possible sources. Remember the first session where I told you about the tiger, the cheetah footprint. From the cheetah footprint, how Wild Track company took the help of SAS Vidya company, and came out with a solution to monitor and track and protect the endangered species cheetah in African continent. Then is the step 5. Once you get the data, the step 5 is organize the data, which is a very critical step to get ready before you build a model. So the AI has to learn what is good, what is bad. So we need to collect large volume of clean data, means not incomplete or inappropriate data or wrong data. You have to clean the data, organize it into group and classes. I'll show you all these things. And the large volume of the data will provide more accurate training of AI model. And this step of cleaning and organizing the data required to train the AI, which is called data engineering. Then is the 6th step. The 6th step is train the model using the appropriate no-code AI tool. Okay. Now to illustrate these steps, now we are going to use an example where I will take you to the Google site, and we will use computer vision to train using images and video, that you know that. So computer vision we are going to use. The computer vision is the steps needed to build an AI model using image. So 4th, 5th, and 6th steps I will show you here. And this will not be a very accurate one, but I will show you the accurate one also. So this is the example which I told you initially. So I'm going to go to this website, teachable.machine.com. It's a Google website. Okay, just give me a few seconds. Now I will just show you the problem which I'm going to solve, and then I'll take you to the website. So now we have 3 steps in building computer vision model. I'll take a real business example. So let us build an AI model for a dog versus mob. So we want the computer vision to classify between or differentiate between dogs and mobs. Okay, you can follow along with me, students, if you want, when I'm doing the exercise on the thing. Now we begin by collecting the data. Again, I told you data collection is very important. Here I will show you with less data, but if you have more and more picture of variety, all kinds of varieties of pictures and mobs, and then you will have a better results. And you cannot have one dog picture. Here is a group of dog you can have. If you can see, these pictures are so different. There's a group of dog. There is a background of a grass. This dog doesn't have any background. This dog is holding a leash. So variety of data from all possible angle, if you can give to train the AI model, it has a better output. Okay. And so the idea is when we are collecting the training data, we are going to get all possible kind of scenarios and variety of dogs so that we can teach the AI to identify the dog. Next, now this is our one class. Next class is because we are training the AI to differentiate between a dog and a mob. Next, we will collect mob picture. So here are two mobs picture. This one is on the floor. This is actually cleaning a spill, okay, on the floor. And this one is a normal one. So we have varieties of mob available in different shapes, size, colors, different kinds of handles. So, and also we have to have a dog which looks like a mob. We need to include this dog also in our training data. So here is a dog which we can recognize as human being as a dog, but it is a little tricky. And we can use this to test the model. So I'm going to use now this particular site which I'm going to show you. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll go to the site and then I'll share the site with you. And I'm going to select image project. And also remember that we have to collect the dog and mob pictures, organize them in the class, and then train the model. Now, I'll just stop this and share the screen of the soft application. Can you all see, students? Can anybody say yes or no? Nobody says anything. Hello? Is there anybody in the class or everybody has slept? Student, there's no point. See, if there is a session going on, your college might have arranged something for you. At least a little bit attention is required from your side. If you don't do that, you missed out on opportunities which you're going to regret later. And these regret is very bad in life, believe me. Anyway, I'll do my work. I hope you do your work. So let's say this is a teachable machine. You can just write in the Google teachable machine. You sign in with Google ID, Gmail ID. And once you are there, you can see that it can create a project which is image, audio, mostly image and audio. So I click on the new project, image product. So I click on this. It gives me a new project or embedded image product. So I'll click on standard image. Now I have this dashboard. In this dashboard, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 classes. You already know that I've given you example that I want to test the model to classify between dogs and mobs. So I'm going to change this name and I will name it dog. This I'll name it as mob. Now I can upload the picture. As I said that you have to upload. More pictures you upload, better is the result. Here, my results will not be so accurate because I don't have that file, but I can show you the time permit. I'll show you a better example. But to start with, in the beginner phase, this is what I'm going to show to you. So if you can see here. So I'll go to so I'll take the dog's pictures over here. Whatever picture I have. let's say 15 pictures, and I upload all the pictures. Then I go to the map and I can choose a file and upload. So I've uploaded all the mock pictures, whatever I have. I have uploaded all the limited pictures. More data you upload, better is the result, as I told you. So now I have done this. So I have two class, dogs and mob. I have uploaded few pictures. Now I want to train the AI model to classify between dog and mouse. So I'm going to now click on train model. You can see that what it is trying to do. It is now training the model with this picture to classify between dog and map. Now it's ready for testing. It's taking my picture only and trying to figure out whether I'm dog or mop. Funny, isn't it? So now I'm going to take a test data. So I'm going to test the data and try to test and see. So I've taken now, see here, it looks like a mob, but it is giving 100% dog. So this is how it predicts. Any questions so far, students? So you can keep on adding classes. And as I said, more data you feed to train the AI model, better is output. Are you clear on this? Students, any doubt? I don't know, you're not finding it interesting, but this is actually very interesting and very people, because I know I have students who have come and told us that how much they have learned from these platforms. Anyway. Okay. So I'm going to now create a challenge where we are going to build a computer vision model. And because dog and mop examples are very, simple example. I'm going to take a real business problem. Let's take a problem where a tire manufacturing company want to check for defects in tire to improve their manufacturing quality. I repeat, a tire manufacturing, the problem, business problem is a tire manufacturing company wants to check for defect in tire to improve manufacturing quality. Your job, this is actually your challenge. I asked actually students to do that, but because your group is very silent, non-interactive, so I'm not asking anything to you. I will do this for you and show you in case if you, some of you or one or two of you also, if gather some information and take some output, learning from it, my job is done. Your job is to build an AI model using AI code to solve this problem. So you need data to build this model. So what do you need data? You need the images or the pictures of tire from manufacturing process. Remember that computer vision is the name of AI trained used image. I just showed you. So we build a computer vision AI model. The step for this is you start collecting data. Collect lots and lots of pictures of tires which are bad quality or which are bad tires. You can get this picture from internet. I'll take you to the one site, which is a free data set site. You can always remember those sites. It will help you for your projects also in future studies. So we have to train AI model with good tires and bad tires or defective tires. So we will get these tire pictures in all kinds of angles and all kinds of situations. And then we will build up a solution. And then we will separate the good tires with defective tires. And finally, we will train the no-code AI model to come out and identify whether a particular tire, when the picture is shown, is defective or good. Okay. So I'm going to now do this. I will be using the same platform, teachablemachine.withgoogle.com. I will use a computer vision AI model to train using those pictures. But because in the first example of dog and mob, I just collected randomly some pictures. But in this case, what I'll do is I will get the public data set image. So I will go to Kaggle. I'll show you that and show you how to do that. And I will get a data set of tire where thousands of image of good tires and bad tires, oxidized, cracked, all kinds of tires sample will be there. And this actually I've added to my GitHub repository also. So I will organize this data into the app into two groups. One is good tire and one is bad tire. And name the class. And you can name then anything. You can name it crack or defective tire also. Then I will click to train the model the way I've shown you initially. And then I will test it with a tire of one good and one bad. And let's see that. Okay. So let's do it. Just give me a few seconds. Okay. I have to go to now Kaggle. So I'm going to share the screen with you. So I'm going to collect the data from a site called Kaggle. So this is for people who are in machine learning and data science. These are all very good sites, students. So you can just sign in with your login ID, your Google ID, Gmail ID. And once you sign in, you will. So I'm going to sign in with Google. Just give me a few seconds. Okay. So now I am already there in the Kaggle platform, and I need to create a data set. So I'm going to go to new data set. I'm going to go to search for tires now. Okay. You can upload also your data set into it. Search for tire. So, so this is the first one. So you get a lot of good data sets, students. It's a very good, very, very important website for data sets. So I am getting this data set, which I need to download now. I'm going to download this file. It's going to take some time because this is around 742 MB. A lot of it's an archive. It's a zip file. Sorry, and it's going to take some time to download this data. This data is available for pre-public use. You have a lot of data from here. And especially the students of machine learning and the Python need to know that from where they can get the data set. It's a very important part. So it's going to take a lot of time to download because it's a huge image file. So once you have downloaded, students, you will get a huge amount of data. Then what you can do? You can go here again and you can create a new project. And from this project, you can upload all those image, see, it's already there. We don't have any project here. So you can just go there, click on this and write good data image when you download, you will have good data and defective data, defective tires. Make two classes, good tires and defective. Upload the sample images, train the model, and then just test one model. And the result will be very, very good. Okay. So this is how students, you can actually use this. Okay. Now we will also learn about some other type of, give me a second. I'm going to just share. Okay. So this is what I have done. You can try this out, students. This was a business problem that a tire manufacturing company wanted to check defects in the tire to improve the quality. All sets of the data we collected, organized them into the group good and defective. I told you, you can go to the Kaggle and you can visit the Kaggle for free data set. You can just download this entire data set from them. And then you can upload this images into good tires and bad tires, train the model, test the model with one good picture or anything, and it will give you the output whether it is a good or not. So this is one thing. Now we know that what kind of problem we can solve with no code AI, and the one which you know the answer. Next, also we will find out that no code AI tool for you. How many no code AI tools are there? There are many, many no code AI tools. One example was the best, which I told you about, Google machine, table machine. AI landscapes are actually evolving every day with new tools getting added. So what makes one different from the other? It's a type of data you use to train the AI. Okay. So if you say, if you want to use image to train computer vision model, like one which I've shown you, then or if you're using words, then you use a platform with NLP, natural language processing, like building a chatbot, language translators. If you are using number and spreadsheet as a data, then you have to use some machine learning model. And we have no code AI tool for each of these type of tools. So it is no code AI tool for object recognitions, okay, and the no code AI tool for voice and text, the no code AI tool for numbers. So no code AI tools are available to solve problem for specific industry also. For example, you may have no code AI for agriculture, okay, and no code AI also available for any other business kinds of problem. So AI is like IBM, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all companies offers a no code AI platform. Okay, you can just go ahead and find out. I will also show you some of them. So now let us see that how we start making the model with the data. The first question to ask is, what training for industry, business industry problem? What training data do you have? Begin with looking at the data you have to help you solving. Most of the time, the students come to me for a project and they say, I want to do this. Like, for example, a few days back, we had a set of teachers who came to our university meeting and they said that we want to apply for a minor project with the government, and that is for CBDC, the digital currency kind of thing. And they said, we want to do that. And then we asked them a question that this is a pilot project run by the bank, some 6-7 banks in India. And it is at a very pioneering stage. Where will you get the data from? If you want to test whether this digital currency is CBDC system, which is run as a pilot project by certain banks, will you be able to get data to analyze? How will you do that? Then they said that, no, we are not going to get data, because if you want to go and ask that whether the customer will accept digital currency as they have accepted wallet, the payment wallet. Initially, they are not, at present, they are not aware of this. It is not very popular. So how do you do? So this is a very important question that you have to look at what data you have that can help you solving your business problem. Whether you have an image of a data, whether you have numeric data or whatever. Okay. So you can have a text also as a data to do certain things. You may have a number also as a data in your Excel sheets. So depending on what kind of data you have, you need to use a platform. So if it is for example, if you have let's say a video of your work process that you want to improve, or if you have a data which is a number in the spreadsheet, which inform you about your customer revenue, or it's a text showing customer support request that you want to automate. So you need a no-code AI tool that work for the type of data. So if you have numbers, you should pick up a no-code AI tool or a platform that work with machine learning. If you have images, or videos, you have to pick up a no-code AI tool which work with computer vision, like table machine, teach table machine. Or if you have word and text, you need to pick up a no-code AI platform which work with NLP, like ChatGPT. So with each type of AI, there are several no-code AI options which are available. So the first type is what kind of data you have. The second question is, what industry do you want to work? What industry vertical you are working in? And you get to solve for unique problems specific to your industry using no-code AI. You have to then look for a no-code AI tool that work for your business and that industry and that kind of data. For example, if you are in finance or agriculture or oil and gas or manufacturing, these industries have no-code AI that solve your industry. Certain tools are available which solve specific industry-specific use cases. And then the third question is, which business function do you want to work with, which helps you in solving the unique customer problem. So whether it is marketing, it is sales, it is HR, it is operations, services. So you again have no-code AI tool to solve these certain tools for solving marketing problem. So marketing and finance is the two broad area where the no-code tools are widely available. Okay, so I'll just show you a few more tools. So this is what I told you, that you should first, in order to select the no-code AI tool platform, you should know what kind of data, whether it is number, text, video, or what is industry and what function you want. And depending on that, you have to go for it. Okay. Let me see if I have some time. What I'll do is, I will take you to one more platform and show you this example. This is an example of a telecom company. Okay, this is the demo which I'm going to do it for you. And this demo is for the telecom company, and this telecom company want to find out that how many customers will leave their what you call services if they say that they are not going to send paper bill. They are going to sell. This is a very old case. I've done a research on this. That's why I'm using this. So the data is available, so I can use this. So how many customers can leave your company? Does this particular new where you are coming up with no paper bill will impact your customer churning rate. Okay, so okay, before I go to that, I will just take a few minutes to tell you about what is your future if you want to learn no-code AI. What are the job roles involved? So by learning no-code AI, you have a potential future direction to expand your career, even as a developer. There are certain business problems where you will not be able to develop a particular code. No-code AI data can help you. Data engineers get data ready for AI for cleaning, wrangling, validating, so many steps. Okay, So if you learn this, these are the job positions which are, where the people look for people like managing job, where you don't need not learn the coding, but you should have a knowledge of how AI work, like data business owner, data engineers, AI managers, product manager, quality assurance, data and AI architect. So these are some kind of IT teams which can manage the tool, which can use the no-code AI tool. These are all additional skills. Okay, I'm not just suggesting that you should not learn codes, but these are some additional, you invest your learning in no-code AI tool, which is very, very simple. I just showed you. So it's so simple that you don't have to invest a lot of time in learning it. These software will host a lot of services. And it has an interface on cloud. Okay, I will show you a Kio now. So there are three different approaches. You need to find out which is the right business no-code AI tool for your business. And from where will you get data? And then you don't have to write the code. If you get the correct data, correct piece of software, and everything is then very smooth. And also, if you want to buy, because it's of a business, you need to have certain software which you can buy over a time license. Okay. And that can serve your purpose, especially non-IT company. Okay. So these are certain things. You can see certain platform. These are the platform which are available. Sway is also there by by Microsoft. And then you have Kio, which is really good AI tool, no code platform AI tool. So sometimes certain companies will have their in-house AI no code tool also developed by certain companies are doing that. Google actually developed this, but later on, they moved to something else. So I'm just going to take you and show you the last example now before I end up the session. So I'll show you the example of the already project which I already have, but I will just give you a glimpse of that how does it work. Okay, so I'm going to the Akio website and I will sign in with Google ID again. So I'm using it for a long time. So I will show you one of my projects which I have done. It's a really good platform to work with number. This is a tool of AI which you can work with number. You can get the data set from Kaggle again. So I took some data set from Kaggle and some primary data set I collected on my own. And I did a project where I wanted to find out what are the factors or what are the variables which can impact the employee turnover rate. So let me show you that's taking time. Just a minute. Yes. आप ऑफिस में बोलो बैठने के लिए ऑफिस में बैठा है मैं okay, so you can see now this is the project which I have done. So you can see here it's going to collect the data. You can see the data is here already imported. So this is a telco company churn data, and which I have already uploaded and I have prepared this data. So this I have taken from some from Google, some from Kaggle and some from I collected myself. And this is a process data. So you can see that data is customer ID, gender, senior citizens are categorized people into that. How many senior citizens are there? Then dependent, how long the customers is with us, the phone services, the multiple lines if a person has, if the person is using internet services or not. This is the whole project in 2017 I've done. And just a minute. Okay, sorry, I think I didn't share the screen with you. I don't think you're able to see it properly. Close the slide. Can you see, students? There'll be as usual no answer. So I only have to assume that you're seeing. So I can show you this online security. There are a lot of data which we have collected. Device protection and all these are some variables which basically impact the customer churnout rate. And this I've uploaded in the form of Excel. You can upload an Excel file and you can see. So this was the one variable which I wanted to test. So I've already tested it. All variables are tested, but one variable which I was telling you that I wanted to test this variable, that if we go for paperless billing, how many customers will be willing to stay with us? And we found that 59.2% customers said that, or we predicted this. It's not the survey which we have done. We use the training, we use, this particular thing to train the model. And here also, if you can see a payment method, if we ask them to check mails or play online, how many customers? Then we found that it is not a very effective way. We have to give them a manual payment option also. And the monthly charges if changed. So all kind of parameters we check. And with these all parameters which we check, we found what is the churn rate. And we found that the customers won't leave if you go for a paperless billing, if you change the payment method and all. 73.5% of prediction it has given, which is a good one. So now if I have to show you this, just give me a few seconds. I'll just try to use one particular new problem and try to show you that. So if you can see, students, yes, it is perfect. You can see that how you do this. So you have to go to, there are these steps. One, you have to prepare your data and upload it. Second, explore. In the explore term, what you have to do is you have to find out that what variables are you going to use from your data to find a relationship between what here my relationship was with the payment method and paperless billing with the churning rate. And then the AI model is trained with the data and it deploy and the report comes. So I'm just going to, let's see if I can take a new project and do that. So this is also something which we did in HR. So I'll just show you this. This is the sentiment analysis. So we took from certain review on certain products for one particular website. And I don't want to tell you that. And we reviewed the positive and negative, and we found the positive and negative sentiment analysis was 50%. So there are a lot of things which we can do using a lot of models which we can use. So you can create a new flow here, where what you have to do is you have to upload the data set. You can upload the data set directly from the Google Sheet also. Once you have uploaded the data set, then you have to go to the next step, which is explore, where you have to identify the kind of, now I don't have a data set, other data set. Already there is a data set already uploaded and project is done, which is saved. Otherwise, you just go here, click on upload the entire data. You can upload CSV, Excel or JSON or any file. And once it's done, it will go to the explore phase, where you have to identify among your data, which are the field which you will be using for testing and predicting, like I was predicting or doing forecasting, that what is the possibility of the customers most likely to leave our service if you go do with this. So this is how you can do that, and then deploy the AI model. Okay. Once you deploy the AI model, it will prepare the report the way I have shown you the report. So this is a very good and very important tool, students. So today I actually taught you no code AI, one very important tool, which is teachtable.com. And the other one was the Kaggle, that for free data set, very important. Students, make a note of it. Believe me, when you're doing your MS or you're doing your MBA or any post-graduation, even if you're doing a project in the company, this is really helpful. And then I told you about Akio, these platform for number, where you can just find relationships like data analytics. It build an algorithm without code, no code AI. And again, I'm not saying again that you should not learn coding. If you learn code, at least you will have an idea that, okay, fine, this is how it works. And I have to write code to do this thing. What my application should do, to what kind of function it should include. So that's where it is very important. Okay. Now I leave the forum open for questions. Any questions, students? Okay, I just want you people to at least tell me, would you like to have a session on dark web? Because my more specialization expertise actually is in entrepreneurship and cybersecurity. So it's no matter, even if you are learning AI and Python, you can learn. Otherwise, I'll continue with AI. Students, can you write in the chat if you like a session on dark web? Because I just want to know what is your interest? There should be some takeaway. Okay, as usual, no response. Anyway, I think these are all college students. That's why there's no response. Yeah. Okay, somebody said AI is better. So can we take a session on AI in security? Or maybe if you want, we can go for AI in finance or AI in fintech. Or maybe AI in security is good. Cybersecurity, how you use AI in security. We can combine. Okay, AI in security, I think, can be a better idea. So maybe the next session, which I have with you people, will be on AI on security. We will also touch upon certain cybersecurity term, maybe a little bit of dark web I will tell, and how AI solutions are used basically to deal with cyber security problem. Okay. Okay, then have a nice day, students. So we'll end up the session here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.